My name is Andrew Thompson and I'm Director of Restorient, a specialist studio which focuses on Asian painting conservation.
My name is Sydney Thompson and I'm the Senior Conservator at Restorient. This morning we are about to begin the conservation of two Korean Buddhist paintings from the Rijksmuseum, Amsterdam.
Both paintings are very fine depicted, the graceful nature of Bodhisattva and the powerful character of guardian, drawn with fine ink lines and shading.
Scientific analysis to identify the pigments has already taken place, so it's now our opportunity to examine these paintings in detail. The first stage of the conservation treatment is to consolidate and strengthen the pigments. However, before we can do that, we have to remove the painting from the wooden support. We will use a bamboo spatula, a very fine one, and we will not be using moisture. Now we can see the back of the painting. We can see clearly the joins in the last paper lining. There are at least 5 strips, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I'm gently brushing powdered eraser over the surface of the painting to remove dirt and dust from the surface. Any loose or flaking pigment needs to be consolidated using Japanese deer glue size known as nikawa. I am consolidating the vermilion at the moment, and I will do all of the vermilion in one go.
Once the pigments are consolidated and made secure, we can turn the painting over and very carefully introduce moisture and tease away the paper fibres of the old linings. The paper linings are holding dirt and degradation products, which means in real terms this is brown staining. So the paper and the painting looks much more discoloured now than it should do. You have to monitor the degree of moisture within the lined painting. If you over wet it to make the lining removal more easy and more straightforward, there is a very real danger of the pigment moving and you're going to get offset of pigment onto the facing.
The paintings are in very poor condition. They both have been rolled and unrolled many times, so they display many horizontal and vertical creases. Narrow strips of paper are pasted and placed carefully along the creases to provide additional support.
We know that the paintings were made to be part of the Yeongsanjae Festival in Seoul in Korea. Paintings play an important part of the ceremony and are suspended high above the temple grounds. At the culmination, these paintings were actually meant to be burned.
Man believes the fire could be the door of paradise, and man believes by burning of all things, I could be reborn in the paradise.
Traditional Korean hanji paper was toned using both natural dyes and mineral pigment.
Once the paintings are conserved and the mounting papers have been dyed, then this is the exciting time when we can put them together and create a hanging scroll. The Korean mounting papers were first cut to size before being assembled around the paintings. The style of the scroll mount was chosen to reflect the Buddha's provenance. These are the materials that Professor Park sent from Korea. We have the metal scroll fittings, we have the hanging cord, and she also sent us these samples of the top stave and the bottom roller and how they will be finished. We also have colour samples for the mounting. The conservation of the Bodhisattva and the temple guardian is now complete.
It's been an intriguing project all in all because we've learned so much. We've learned about Korean mounting styles, we've learned about Korean materials, but we've also learned an awful lot about Korean Buddhism.
I love the colours. I love the colours of the mounting papers, and I love the colour of the painted end rollers and top stave. They are beautiful and they have a great presence.
It will be very satisfying to return these to the Rijksmuseum, where they will go on display for the public to understand and enjoy.